Hello. While leasing your own brick and mortar location is the ultimate dream for many, it's not always the most feasible option. Not sure if you've heard, but the fashion world has gone mobile. Fashion trucks are giving many women and men a new spin on how to look their best. These hip fashion trucks are part of a modern change in our habits of eating, shopping, and even mixing it up with skateboarding. Courtney Jackson of CJKollective, Richard Wilmore of Street Boutique, and Jeremy Brandt-Vorel of the Board Bus are rolling through to dish on this movement. Ladies and gentlemen, Style Access starts now.
Hello, my name is Rosie, and I'm passionate about fashion. My experiences as a stylist, challenge face-off host, TV personality, and blogger bring us here to discuss all things fashion. Welcome to the Style Access Experience.
Spanning the nation with stylish threads from contemporary to vintage and designers for less, fashion trucks are giving time-crunch women and men a new spin on how to look their best. American Mobile Retail Association states that there are approximately 500 fashion trucks spread across all 50 states. We have 3 here with us today to discuss this explosion that has occurred within the past few years and learn from their experiences. First up, we have Courtney Jackson, who owns CJKollectives, formerly Curbside Fashion Truck, which is a mobile boutique filled with on-trend women's clothing and accessories, plush seating, music, and a custom fitting room. They bring the fashion to your doorstep with private shopping parties and unique ladies' night out themed events. Richard Wilmore, owner of Street Boutique, he stays busy being a fashion truck driver, talk show host, interior decorator, and filmmaker. His passion is giving others the opportunity to show the world their talent. Jeremy Brandt-Vorel held several positions in marketing for local nonprofit and businesses before deciding to market an idea of his own. He developed the idea for a mobile skate shop after retail analysis offered minimum options for a profitable brick and mortar storefront in the Alexandria area. Thus, the Board Bus was born, a solar-powered, fully stocked, walk-in skate shop, able to travel to any skate park, event, or venue across the region. Welcome to Style Access.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Happy to be here.
Good. So tell me, what made you guys want to start a mobile business? First you, Jeremy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like you had said, I did a retail analysis, and rent in Alexandria is really high. Mm-hmm. And so I guess the idea just kind of came one night where if I could go, because, you know, skateboarders are kind of transient, they're always on the move. So if I could go to a place where they are on that day and offer those products, you know, to that niche market, then that would be, you know, the ideal way to do it. Okay. So that was kind of, I actually didn't even know that there were fashion trucks or mobile retail things. I just thought about being able to transport goods to the consumer. So that was kind of how it started, but
Okay.
I'm sure you guys had similar ideas.
Yeah, how
Yes.
about you, Courtney?
So same thing, brick and mortar is expensive, obviously. And I actually work a full-time job. So I wanted something that I could work outside of my day job. So that's why I do a lot of evening and weekend events. And then just having the mobile fashion just offers something different, you know, versus having to go into a department store or boutique, you know, actually literally bringing the fashion to people's driveways or wherever they are. So it's been fun.
Okay.
I did it because I needed a job.
Okay.
So we moved here from Wisconsin. My husband's in the Army, and so we were stationed here. And I was a clothing buyer back there and ran a used clothing store. And I thought it would be a really cool way to learn the area and be able to travel. And so I found one, and that's how it started.
Okay. So I'm just going to throw it out. How long have you been doing the mobile truck?
2 years.
2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Okay.
Mhm.
What about you, Courtney?
I'm new. It's only been about 6 months for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And Jeremy?
Yeah, I would say a little over 2 years.
Okay. So what has been your, I guess, success story?
Start with me?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, in that time, I've actually done a lot. I did a Baltimore style magazine event, and I was in their magazine, so that was huge. I did Crystal Couture in Arlington, so I've had a runway show. I've been on a podcast. And I've just had a lot of private events. So like actually ladies' night events, going to people's homes and stuff like that. So it's blown up pretty fast for me. It's been a really great experience.
Okay. And Jeremy, what's your greatest success story?
You know what surprised me the most was, you know, because I do a lot of contests and just events and festivals, but I think what's surprised me and what's been really successful has been private events. So like, so, you know, a mom will call me up or email me and ask me to be at their kid's birthday, and then I'll show up, and you know, we already have a board picked out for them, and I put it together for them, and then they get that, plus all their friends are in there, and like everyone's stoked. Everyone's excited to have a skate shop in their front yard. So those have been very successful for me.
Okay. So how does the ramp work?
The ramp?
Yeah, for the skateboarding.
Oh, there's no ramp.
Oh, it's no ramp?
No
Oh,
ramp.
okay.
I mean, it was hard enough getting insurance, so we're not going to throw a ramp on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Richard?
I think my success stories would probably be when people come in and they're surprised by my pricing. I keep everything under $40.
Okay.
So, and I do men's and women's stuff, mostly women's, but I think sometimes the stigma with fashion trucks is that they're so expensive and you have to take out a loan to go shop in them, but I like to keep it affordable and keep it the way I would shop.
Okay.
So I like when they walk out and they're like, "Oh, I actually got stuff in there and I could afford it." So I like that.
Okay. So let's talk about the overhead and I guess the struggles with not going the brick and mortar at the first route, you know, doing the fashion truck. Is it true that it's less expensive to start the fashion truck than to start the mobile? Who wants to start? Richard?
Well, I've never tried to start a brick and mortar, so I can't really. I think it is cheaper. I don't know if it's easier, but I would say it's cheaper.
Okay. Did you research it to see?
I did research it. Like you mentioned with the overhead, like the monthly, you know, expense of the lease, the utilities, stuff like that. So at least the fashion truck may have more of an upfront cost, but then you own your space, so you don't have to worry about the monthly fees. So that's a huge plus, I think.
Okay. And what about you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I had looked into different spaces, and the cost is just like astronomically more. And like you, I have a full-time job, so this is great for me to be able to have really low overhead, and I can do it during the summers. I can do it on the weekends, and then 4 months out of the year, I'm not doing anything, and it's not hurting my wallet. So, yeah, it's great.
Pick your own hours,
Yeah.
right? You know?
Convenient.
Yeah.
Now, what about regulations and licensing and all that fun stuff? Was it a challenge? Did you have anybody coaching you through? Courtney, let's start with you.
So I'm a member of several like fashion truck owner groups, and everybody's been very supportive. So people post a lot of questions like, how do you do this? How do you do that? So I had that guidance, but I did have to get, you know, the licensing, the permits for where I want to park the truck at. But I try to team up with events because then they don't require any additional licensing or permit when you're under an event. You kind of fall under their umbrella. So
Okay. So if you want to do like park on the street, that's
where you
have
need
to.
exactly.
Okay. So is it like regulated by hours or? Does
I feel like
anybody
it
know?
kind of goes by the city you're in or the county you're
Yeah,
in. You
it's
really
different.
have to kind of go by their parking rules.
Part of the challenge is because each city and each county is totally different.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Some are cheap, some want you there, some don't.
So learn as you go, kind of.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So like you, I also do mainly just events where I don't have to buy the permit to be there. I'm working underneath someone else's system, so that's a lot easier for
Okay.
sure.
Now, what about storage? How do you store the mobile mobile when it's not in use for, you know, winter, because we get all 4 seasons here in this area. So how do you store the mobile? Do you find somewhere to do it, to place it for the winter? How does that work out? Richard?
Mine's parked at like a storage unit
Okay.
and an outside storage unit.
Okay.
Mhm.
What about you?
I actually have mine parked on a military base.
Oh, okay.
I just pay a really nominal fee to park it there every month. So.
Cool. What about you?
Yeah, I keep it in like a secure, I guess it's kind of like a storage facility, but only during the season in which I'm using it, which would be, you know, like April through November. And then otherwise I keep it kind of out west at someone's property where I don't pay anything. So
Okay.
yeah, that's my
That's
way
nice.
of kind of
Yeah.
cutting down costs.
Can you give me their number?
Yeah, sure.
This is networking.
Right.
Now, what about online? Do any of you guys have like an online presence as well?
Yes.
Courtney?
I
what
sell
about you?
items online.
Okay.
I have a .com. So yeah, people purchase. That's really nice. They have the option to either pick it up in person. I've dropped some stuff off at people's houses, or I do actually offer free shipping too. So
Okay, cool.
yeah.
What about you, Richard?
Yeah, I think it's so important now to have an online
is.
presence. So then the fun part is driving to meet them so they can pick it up, or if there's a return, going to meet them. But it all works out. It's pretty easy.
Cool.
Yeah, and I do, you know, half my stuff is hard goods, like the actual skateboards, decks, wheels, bearings, all that stuff. But everything else that's kind of fashion oriented, like hats, sweatshirts, t-shirts. I have everything that's a soft good on the website. So that's another good source of income during the winter months. You know, I keep up an online presence to kind of direct more traffic to that website. So when I'm not doing events, I can still be generating something.
Okay. Now, you brought up something about returns. I was curious. So how does that work if you want to return something?
For me, I've just had them Facebook message me, and if they're local, we just meet somewhere, and if it's the wrong size, we just do an exchange. It's pretty easy.
Okay. The same for you, Courtney?
Knock on wood, I haven't had any yet, but I imagine it would be, you know, a very simple process. Get in touch with me and we'll work out the details. Very simple.
Okay. Sure, the same for you.
Yeah, basically, I had one kid who had a faulty hat, and so I just sent him a new one.
Okay.
But that, yeah, I actually wouldn't think that there'd be much an issue with getting someone a return.
Okay. Now, name choices. How did you guys come up with the name? Let's start with you, Jeremy.
I mean, mine was just, it's like a bus, and it's all skateboards. So the board bus just seemed kind of, intuitive. That was it, the board bus.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go down the line, Courtney.
So I'm actually going through a name change. I started out as Curbside Fashion Truck because I purchased the business from someone else, and I wanted to put my own brand and own spin on it. So CJKollective now.
Okay.
CJ, Courtney Jackson, and the J is also for my daughter Janiyah,
Okay.
and the K in Collective is for my husband Kevin and my daughter Kaden. So
There you go.
yeah, personalized.
Family.
That's
what I'm
right.
gonna
Kept it in the
say.
family.
That's
Write
right.
all of that on a check when you write out a check.
What about
Mine's a
you?
boring story. I bought it with that name.
Okay.
Yeah. And never changed it, which I should have.
Okay. Now, as far as spreading the word, advertising, marketing and advertising, is it social media? How do you go about getting people to your truck? Richard?
I spent a lot of time at networking events
Okay.
when I was first getting the truck, just meeting people. And because it's not something that everybody knows about a fashion truck, so just handing out business cards and kind of getting the word out that way. And then, of course, social media.
Okay.
But it's going out and meeting people that helped me a lot.
Okay. What about you?
Same thing for me. I'm a member of the Chamber of Commerce, so getting involved with them, and then social media has been huge. So I'm all over Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. So raising awareness that way.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, my network's a little bit different. You know, my main demographic is kind of younger, like, you know, teens. So most, if not all of my marketing is through Instagram and Facebook. So generally what I'll do is if I have an event, I'll do like a local awareness ad on Facebook, like a targeted ad the days leading up to that event. So, you know, this Saturday, mobile skate shop in wherever, and then I'll kind of just put a couple bucks behind that and hopefully get a few people coming my way that wouldn't have known I'd be there. But yeah, it's definitely just social media for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we talked about successes. Now we're going to talk about challenges. What is your challenge that comes with the mobile truck space? Like, what is your biggest challenge?
So this is my biggest challenge, and I wanted to say it first because I wonder if it happens to you guys too. Is there's like an economist would call it a barrier to entry, meaning something else, but a barrier to entry in that they don't want to come inside the vehicle.
Oh, wow.
So it's like you can do as much as you want, at least for me. I'll put signs out like walk up these stairs, like enter here. And people still have no idea.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
so I'll, it helps when people start walking in and going in and perusing and doing whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, I see, that's how it works. But if you're sitting there and no one's in the bus or in the vehicle, it doesn't matter how many signs or arrows I have out, people will still walk up and be like, hey, can I come in? I'll be like, yeah, no, of course, like, come in, that's why I'm here.
Right.
So that's the biggest problem by far for me.
Oh, wow.
I don't know about you guys.
I have to agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People always think it's like a zoo where they just have to stand there and watch
Yeah, and
you
they
in
look
your
like,
natural
"Can I come
habitat.
in?" Like, yeah, come
Like, no,
on,
you
you
point
know,
and then I'll
like-
bring it to you.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
such a new concept for
Yeah.
people. It's different.
It's
you
like an
know?
ice cream truck, I think. Maybe people think,
Yeah,
like, you don't go inside an ice cream truck. Why would you go inside that? But
right.
I
It's
don't
all
know.
pretty inside.
It's
decked
beautiful,
out. You
yeah.
can
Once they
see
get in,
it,
that's a lot of
like-
people's
Yeah.
reaction. They come like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
this is like a real boutique. Like,
Right.
yeah, that's
You hear
that's
them
the
like
cool-
ooh and ah on the outside,
Yeah.
and then they keep walking. I'm like, no, come back, walk in. Look, it'll be fun. I promise.
So yes, I agree totally. That's a huge challenge.
Okay. Any other things you want to add, or?
I would say insurance. That was, I probably got denied by at least 4 companies before I finally found someone that would insure the fashion truck.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Same thing.
yeah. So it's.
I mean, so, and I don't know about you guys, but so I have 2 types of insurance. I have the auto insurance and then actual like liability insurance. And that liability insurance was really tough to get.
Okay.
Auto insurance is one thing. That's just when you're on the road driving, and that's easier to get. But for someone to, for an underwriter to give you a, whatever you call it, insurance policy for people to actually walk inside your vehicle while it's parked, that is just something they don't understand. I mean,
There are
it's
very few who do that.
Right.
Yeah.
I have a third insurance for I'm sure you do too, for the contents. So there's the vehicle itself, the liability, and then the third insurance for the contents.
I'm
So
too cheap for that.
you don't care about skateboards.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah.
Now, what was you guys' trucks in the previous life? Like, I know people get old Lay's potato chip trucks or whatever. So I just want to hear, what was your truck before you got it, Jeremy?
Yeah, mine was a bread delivery truck.
Okay.
I bought it up near Baltimore, and it was actually part of a fleet that was being retired. And I pretty much kept the paint job, and then I incorporated the actual vehicle into the logo. And so I kind of embraced that. If you actually look at the side of the bus, you can see like where my lettering is over top of an old like loaf of bread like underneath it, which is kind of fun. Yeah.
Cool.
But I like that it has that, and there's still a few like stickers around the driver's section of like $1.99 whole wheat, like, which I think is kind of fun. But yeah, bread delivery.
Okay. Courtney?
So I was told in this previous life that it was used by Loudoun County Schools in Virginia as some type of shuttle truck somehow. I don't know, but interesting, right?
Okay.
It's better than my answer. I don't have a clue what mine was. It's always been a fashion truck since 1988.
There you go. That's what you're going to stick
Yep,
with.
that's my story.
This was fun. I know I got to know a little bit more about the mobile space and fashion trucks.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. After the break, we will put these mobile truck owners to the test to see if they can stay on budget as we play the Style Access Fashion Challenge. Back in a moment. Welcome back. We're still here with Courtney, Jeremy, and Richard. Now it's time for the Fashion Challenge game. Now the rules, you guys, are you have to grab an outfit, a complete outfit, and you can't go over budget. Your budget is $150. Now these items are marked, and so when I give you the go-ahead, you are to grab, once again, a complete outfit, hold it in your arms, and you only have 1 minute to do it. Guys got it?
Yep.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3, 2,
Now.
1, go!
Okay, I'm going for the shoes.
Well, you
Right off
definitely
the
have
bat.
No. I feel like everything's. Oh, this is horrible.
I'm terrible at math too, so I have no idea where this is going to go.
I'm not even looking at price tags. I'm now just.
Yep.
I'm just gonna go with this.
150.
Wait.
150.
Well, I think I'm over budget.
Wait.
Oh, that brings me even more over budget. How much time do I have?
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So they have got their items, and we will see who wins this challenge. Stay tuned. We will be right back. We are back, and we have a winner. The winner of the Style Access Fashion Challenge Mobile Edition is Jeremy!
Yay!
He ranked in at $103. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wonderful outfits, though, you guys. I love them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're impressed.
Yes. Thanks again.
Thank you.
All right. We will be right back. We've learned that there's much more to buying a fashion truck than searching the classified ads for used FedEx and recently retired Lay's potato chip trucks. It seems this business is a dream boutique situation for those who are not ready to ditch their full-time jobs or whose lifestyles don't allow for a 9-to-5 commitment. Feel free to tag us or send an email to styleaccessdc@gmail.com to shout out your favorite fashion truck and send a pic of you wearing your best fashion truck find, and we will share on our social media pages. Also, be sure to stay connected with us on Instagram and YouTube at Style Access Show.